what state is the hottest in terms of its outline?
We don't really have any
That's a
round
good
states.
Like,
question.
I'd say maybe Vermont.
No.
Why is that?
Vermont and New Hampshire
Massachusetts,
combined?
it's got a nice little.
Vermont's a little opening there.
The Massachusetts got a nice little curve to it.
No,
Yeah.
Maryland.
You think Maryland? Maryland's kind of funky and crazy.
Maryland. I mean, do you know what Maryland looks like?
I know exactly what
All
Maryland
right.
looks like.
So then, why would you not agree that it's Maryland?
I
you
don't
think
know
it's a
what Maryland
sexy
looks like.
outline?
No, it's got
got a-
some
I'm not mad at Maryland.
it's got some nice
I don't-
harbors.
It's got
Yeah.
some nice offers.
Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Wednesday. It's Thursday. It's January 11th. And we got a little bit something different coming at you for this week. So this week we're going to do another nano dosing today, Thursday the 11th. And we're going to include some voicemails in that. And we got a lot of stuff, a lot of topics that we get to. And then we also recorded a long episode about MLK for MLK Day. We're going to drop that on Monday. That's going to come out on MLK Day. It's going to be our Martin Luther King Jr. episode. It's going to come out on Monday. We've already taped it, and it will be in your phones Monday morning. We're not going to be at work on Monday. We're going to be observing MLK Day, so we're going to drop that episode then, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a good conversation. So we're going to get into nanodosing. Billy brought up an interesting point, though. Like he's reading it on Encyclopedia Britannica. You remember when people used to have encyclopedias in their house?
I used to, bro.
Yeah, just like walls of books that were encyclopedias.
Dog, my dad got pissed at me, fam, because I did a project on Africa, and I went to the Africa section in our encyclopedia bookshelf and cut out we didn't have printers, so I cut out Africa in my book. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I needed Africa, bro."
You ruined his book.
I cut that shit out. I literally took scissors and cut out Africa, dog, and pasted it on a poster board.
Yeah, there used to be like an entire profession of encyclopedia salespeople. They would just go door to door and be like, "Hey, do you want to buy all these books? Because I'll sell you all these books if you want them." And yeah, there was like a phone-in line. They had commercials on TV all the time. Like, "Do you want to buy our encyclopedias? We'll call this number and we'll give you the best deal." Like people made good livings off of just selling encyclopedias to people.
How far? Because PFT was the only one that lived back there like me. How far removed do you feel from that time before the internet, dog? Like I feel so far removed from it that it doesn't feel like, and maybe it's just like middle-aged man syndrome, but it's just like I just don't feel like, I don't know. It just feels so far away that it was like it was such a trash time to live in.
It was
Like,
hard.
It wasn't a good time to be alive, bro.
It was hard because like all the information in the encyclopedias, probably like even if you got a new set of encyclopedias, that information's like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old.
Yeah,
So you have to keep buying new encyclopedias to get the real facts. And I had a set of encyclopedias that was from like the 70s, so it was missing everything. Like they didn't have anything in there. We didn't know about like the computers. Like I don't think there was a computer section in my encyclopedia growing up. It was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. We talked about it before, but giving directions back then was fucking hilarious, dog.
Yeah.
Like, go to the stop sign and you can make a right. And like niggas fuck, if you fuck up the directions, like you just didn't show up and had to wait for the voicemail back at the crib. Like what a time to be like, man, I just couldn't find it, bro.
Yeah, like a legitimate excuse was I got lost.
That was a real excuse.
Yeah, like people would just not show up because they couldn't find it. They'd drive around for a while and be like, fuck it, and go home.
Yeah. Wild
people
time.
didn't. I don't know how people like got around if you're in a new city, especially. Like I just moved to Chicago. Like how many months ago was that? Like 6 months, 7 months ago, and getting around to different restaurants, different neighborhoods, the office. That shit would have sucked before we got GPS and all that stuff. People just like had their 3 places that they went.
I need this ain't for you, PFT. I need a working man's opinion on this because I'm out the loop. Like because I'm in a different tax bracket. So I feel as though I live in a very biased point of view. But tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, for people who earn a modest living, is because when I was growing up, the pizza man delivered a pizza. That shit was a huge deal. Like, remember that PFT where it's like,
Mhm.
yo, we getting pizza, and it was, you know what I'm saying, it just came and it was amazing. My kids now, like, if I don't feel like cooking, it's like, okay, what are we ordering? They'll come like, what do we want to order? And it's just so, and it's dawned on me that I was like, y'all understand how special people bringing food to your door is. Do the younger cats in here, do y'all feel like, is that still a thing? Like, or is it just like, you order your food, like it is what it is?
Like, are you asking, is it like a really cool thing?
Well, I want to know, is it because I order a lot of food because it's, I can afford to. I don't know if that's, I'm really out of the loop with, you know, uh, the average American. And so I'm asking y'all, is that it's normal to order your food a lot?
It really depends.
I think younger people, especially who live in big cities, do it a lot more than maybe, a family that lives in the suburbs somewhere. Like, I do it a lot, but I've found that in big cities, people do that way more often.
Gotcha.
It depends on how many people are eating. So it's actually sometimes more cost effective to either eat out or pick up food or DoorDash it. If you're like just eating one meal for one, rather than buying a ton of groceries that some of them don't get used, and then like keeping leftovers or doing one big order. Like when I lived alone, that's what I would order food or pick up food on the way back from the train. And that was and order a ton of it and then eat it over several days.
Mhm.
Like, and then look at the best deals on Uber Eats, like Chirpin Chicken in New York City. Like you could get a like almost 4 for 2 deal on rotisserie chicken and get it delivered. And it was more cost effective than buying 4 rotisserie chickens at the supermarket.
Yeah. No,
So
that's what I was like. It's just an amazing time to be like, and there's that old saying, like, you got to be careful what you introduce your mind to, because like it can always expand, but it can't shrink. And so it's like I can't envision a world now where I can't order like grocery. I don't really grocery shop anymore. I just order from the app and they just bring it right to the doorstep. Like, so
Yeah,
it's a
there were a
wild
lot of
time.
restaurants that just didn't do delivery when
Mm-hmm.
we were growing up. It was like, okay, you could get pizza delivered, you could get Chinese delivered, and that's
Yep.
pretty much it. There might be one other store in your town that would do delivery, but yeah, every restaurant now you have to do delivery if you're serving
Yeah.
dinner.
I will say, we almost do too much stuff now because there's a lot of food that you can get delivered that travels poorly and
I
is
agree.
nowhere near as good
Yep.
as like, and you're like, oh, that restaurant's really good. I want to order that. And then it comes to your house and it's been 30 minutes and it sucks.
I'll keep doing it over and over again too.
And maybe it'll be different
next
this
time when I get fries.
Mhm.
They figured out a way to make the fries travel.
We do need, specifically for fries, we need something. I don't know if it's like, because some DoorDash or whatever, they have like the warming bag like you would for pizza, but
Yeah.
a lot don't.
Even with the warming bag, they still get soggy.
Yes,
I
we
kinda
need
like
something
soggy
specifically for
fries.
fries.
You look
That's
like
it,
you
though.
like soggy
I like
fries.
soggy fries. I don't know
Yeah.
what
Why?
this is.
You want those flaccid little fuckers?
He wears cargo pants and he
No,
eats
it's
soggy
like the
fries.
the soggy fries. It's kind of like, well, the specific time I like soggy fries. Like sometimes I'd order like Dallas barbecue, and that was one of the other places. Like it was Chinese Dallas barbecue and pizza, and they'd deliver it, and the sauce would mix with the fry. The sauce from the ribs would mix with the fries, and it would be awesome.
Be like mashed potatoes, kind of.
It was like, yeah. So that's my like, probably by themselves I wouldn't be into it. I'd still eat it, but
We got to figure out fry technology, though. There's got to be a way, right? There has to be a better way.
I mean, we're sitting on a $1 billion idea. We
Nick-
just don't know what it is yet.
McDonald's fries travel well.
I agree
Not
with
all
that.
the time.
Oh, I disagree strongly.
It's
I
I
think they
live right
travel
by
better than
McDonald's, so
most.
when I order it, it comes pretty fresh. So maybe that might be the issue. Hold on, this might be the issue. I always click the priority, which is like an extra $3 or $4, so
Yeah,
That's how you know you got that bag.
but like, so the driver always comes to you first, and I always over tip, so that they're like, okay, let me take care of him because he took
Right.
care of me.
There's nothing worse than ordering food and you see that the guy has 2 stops
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
you, and you're,
I
I
can't
mean,
do
well,
it.
may as well just Cook something now. I mean, that shit's gonna be terrible.
Hey, when the remember when the Popeyes chicken frenzy was happening?
Yep.
3 times in a row, I was like, "There's no way they did that." 3 times in a row, I ordered the Popeye chicken sandwich, and they just took it and dipped.
Yeah.
I did it 3. I'm talking about consecutive. I was like, "No way they did that." Did it again. I was like, "Is this a thing?" And so I did it again just like to see, and they absolutely did 3 times in a row.
The Popeyes chicken sandwich was the Starbucks Stanley Cup for men.
Mm-hmm.
We used to, yeah. It's going to take an hour and a half for that shit to arrive. I don't care.
That got out of control. That was
It
wild.
did.
I was ashamed.
It was good though.
Yeah.
It's a really good sandwich. You know what's crazy is Korean places do great fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bone
Oh.
chone.
The Koreans know how to
Oh,
fry
yeah.
chicken.
Hey, yes, bro. Every ramen jump, I always get like the appetizers, and they always have like some kind of fried chicken option. Bomb.
I don't know what
Korean
it is.
chicken wings.
And they
Yeah.
put like
Bone
some kind
chone
of
has
sweet
the
sauce on it
hottest
too.
chicken you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah, like
It,
painful.
it makes you cry, and it's awesome.
This is gonna sound wild, but North Korean barbecue.
Yeah?
I watch videos. So North Korea has a chain of restaurants across China, I think Russia maybe, Mongolia, and different places sort of in that area. And I've been seeing videos of like people making food in this place, and it looks so good. And then I like did some research, like where is this? Like, because it didn't like some of the wording, it didn't look like Korean, just regular Korean barbecue, but it's literally a North Korean restaurant chain that's like part of their stuff that they make and export, and it looks like it has amazing food, like
I'm
just
looking
like
it up right
straight
now.
food porn.
Is it called Pyongyang?
I think so, yeah, named after the capital.
I might have to sample some of this North Korean barbecue. So you said it's only in like China, Mongolia, Russia.
Don't quote me on that because they may have it. Like, let me see where all the locations are. But I know it's a chain, and I think Donnie's eating at it.
The only thing I'd be worried about if it was actually like North Korean state-run chain restaurant. What is the actual meat that we're working with here? Is that people? Are you feeding me people?
God damn.
It'd be in the back of my head. They got death camps there. It's not the craziest thing.
Apparently, it's one of their more
Pretty
lucrative.
wild, man. It's pretty wild.
I mean, I'll eat Korean barbecue all day.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for North Korean morality, but that's a wild jump to make that they're feeding people.
Would you eat a German barbecue chain in the year 1944?
Hey man, that's wild, bro.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't. I personally would. They have death camps there with like hundreds of thousands of people in them.
But
Just a
tell
crazy
me
thing to
what
say.
tell me what the leap is from there's an active genocide going on to like, well, they probably eat them.
I don't know. They're trying to fuck with the rest of the world.
If you had given me that line before the show and said which person said it, I would have had Billy minus 450. I guess you would have been second, but it would have been a distant second.
Distance
Well, the thing is,
That's a wild thing.
You know what? No, I would have had Arian
cannibalism.
second.
I'm a wild boy. What can I say?
That the North Koreans chopping motherfuckers up and feeding
Well,
them to the
listen,
world?
Billy
The
is
North
the
Korean
heavy favorite, but I'm just thinking through like going back in time and hearing who said that, and it just doesn't seem like something PFT would say. It doesn't seem like something you would say either, but him less so.
I'm
The North
I'm just
Korean
saying-
government is what I'm talking about here. I'm not knocking Korean people in general. I'm saying their government is fucked up.
We agree. I don't understand the leap from like genocide to cannibalism. Like,
I think you secretly wanted to say something that's a stereotype, but then you like switched to humans because it almost wasn't as bad.
What are you talking about?
Say it, Billy.
Okay, see, now we're gonna come back.
Mansplain PFT's thoughts to PFT.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I know what he's going for. He just
I
won't
do
say
too.
it.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's like the like there's a trope that like sometimes the right meat isn't used, and it's like some animals that Westerners think are not edible,
You're talking about dogs. You're talking about dogs or cats
or pigeons.
or pigeons. No,
There-
squab.
There
Westerners
there are
eat squab.
videos of of like people catching pigeons, and they're like, "Is that what's in the kung pao chicken?" Which is totally that's another stereotype. I'm just repeating stuff that.
But you're saying that I wanted to
question.
say a stereotype, but I didn't.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay, I did not want to say a stereotype. I was talking about the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of people that get killed in North Korea. Their government's fucked up. And also in North Korea, their populace is starving and has a severe case of malnutrition. So if the government's trying to get some sort of food to them, if they're in the middle of a famine, I wouldn't put it past the North Korean government to do that.
okay. The restaurants.
Google North Korean cannibalism real quick.
Wait, actually, no. The restaurants serve Korean food, including kimchi dishes, Pyongyang cold noodles, barbecued cuttlefish, and dog meat soup. So they serve dog meat. It's on the menu in these places.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would abstain from the dog. And
This is
North
on their
Korean food.
Wikipedia. Patrons may also buy North Korean products such as ginseng wine and unlabeled aphrodisiac claimed to be from bears.
I'm in. I'm back in.
No, you're back in on the aphrodisiac bear.
I can overlook the dog meat stew, but they have aphrodisiacs from bears. Let's talk.
Arian,
I've
would
actually
you eat the
seen
dog
those
soup?
farms. It's really
Huh?
fucked up.
Would you eat the dog soup?
Yeah, I don't find any. I don't
That's crazy.
differentiate
That's
animal
crazy.
meat. I'll try it. I'll try anything once. If I don't like it, I don't like it though.
People.
I accept that. I think I'll draw a line there. I do believe that I'm definitely speciesist. I believe that humans are the superior race on this here planet.
Name is
Yeah.
making a lot more sense.
Would you eat
I do.
octopus?
No,
But you
I don't eat octopus anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I
but
was
you.
curious.
Okay.
But I think octopuses are smarter than dogs. I don't think dogs are really that smart. I just think they're trained well. They do what they're told. That's just my opinion. Let's not get into the Arian don't like
Okay.
dogs thing again. Everybody knows I don't fuck
No,
with
well,
dogs.
I
I don't eat
think
octopus.
wolves are pretty damn smart. Like from the opposite of what you're saying.
They ain't smart as octopus, bro.
I think wolves are on par with octopus.
The hell no. What?
They know when there's a full moon.
I just think that octopus are better at
They know
manipulating.
the lunar
I think-
cycle.
I think octopus and cephalopods are just better at manipulating their environment around them with their tentacles, so they
That's
can
literally
do more.
That's literally part of what intellect is. Intellect is understanding your environment, reacting to your environment. It's how you categorize intellect.
Yeah,
Billy, did you see Ray Epps?
But I've tried calamari though; it's good. So
yeah, calamari is damn good, but I guess you could fry like. There's other stuff you could fry that could like scratch that itch. I did see Ray Epps. You know,
Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
he did. I think, but like the thing is, I think with his cooperation, he got a better deal.
Yeah, he definitely cooperated.
He
Just
cooperated.
seems a little off to me. That's all. We're rounding up anybody we can, putting them in the cage for 20 years. Ray Epps, $500 and a year of probation. Just seems a little off to me. That's all I'm saying.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen
he
any-
did
have you seen
incite a
any-
riot.
Have you seen any interviews with Ray Epps?
No.
Or like read any interviews? It's very
He was
funny.
on 60 Minutes.
It's very funny because he's like, no, I'm not a Fed. I fucking hate Joe Biden. I'm a like he's pissed off that people would think that he's a Fed.
Well, that's what they would want him to do.
I guess so, but it's very funny to watch his reaction to things. Yeah, he definitely, if you're getting a year probation, definitely cooperated. A lot of people cooperated. Like you can tell based on the sentencing who's giving up information, who's not, who's playing ball, who's not.
Who's really a patriot?
Yeah, who's a true patriot.
When's that game coming?
It should be here soon.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
hopefully
So
it comes.
so
real quick,
excited to play it.
I googled cannibalism in North Korea, and there is an article from the Korea Herald. I don't know. It says reports of cannibalism in North Korea amid extreme hunger. I skimmed it. It doesn't look very reliable. But who knows?
But
I'm not saying anything about Korean culture. I'm not saying anything about the people that live in North Korea. I'm saying that the government, they have gone through some of the worst famines on the globe in the last like 30 years because their government's so corrupt. They steal everything for themselves. If there's a way that they could take the hundreds of thousands of people that they have been killing and serve them as food, I would not say that that's the craziest thing ever.
But I think what Arian looked up is like citizens who are so starving, they have to resort to that, not the government
Yeah.
chopping up political prisoners.
Yeah.
So these restaurants are part of Room 39, which is a overseas business venture, like almost like hedge fund, I think, that helps launder money for the North Korean government. So it's in their best interest to both spend money and have a good product so they can launder more of like their meth production money.
Gotcha.
North
They do
Korea is
produce-
sneaky, makes a lot of meth.
They make a lot of meth up there. Yeah, a lot of meth, a lot
Good
of
meth
weapons.
too.
Really?
Yeah, it's industrial grade. Like they're doing Walter White type meth operations.
I want to try some North Korean meth.
This isn't your biker crank. This is
Have any of y'all ever done meth?
Not intentionally,
That's-
but
well
but
amphetamines.
in when I went to Hong Kong and I took MDMA, Donnie had the MDMA and he put it into the beer and we stirred it around. There's a good percentage. There's a decent chance that there was some meth in there too, because like MDMA is always cut with something, and I ended up staying up for like I don't know, 24 hours. Pretty good chance there was some meth in the MDMA, but I'm not sure.
Jacked 3D.
Yeah,
Had a little meth in there, and boy did it work.
just like a hint of meth. It had like a dash of meth,
It was
had a
like-
little bit of meth. It wasn't nothing big.
just skosh. It was great pre-workout though. It was fantastic.
I mean, it's one of the best. That
Did
gets
you take
going.
it, Aaron?
Meth?
No, Jack 3D.
Oh, I thought you were talking about meth too. I was like, this is great pre-workout. Nah, I had what was it, man? I don't know.
Craze.
It's like lemon lime. That's all I remember. I was never into supplements and shit like that. I never really needed a pre-workout. I did it like maybe a week, and I always felt jittery on this shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
I hate this shit. So I never really took it.
Yeah, Jack definitely made you very jittery.
Oh man, I used to take it before games, dude. It was Jack 3D before football games was insane.
And then
Then it
a
would-
couple people died after taking it and going on like
Yeah,
distance.
well-
It was like people that were in the military that
Yeah.
would take it before
They
training.
ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Imagine
I don't
putting some of that in
salute.
the Panera lemonade.
Oh, dude, you're on the moon.
Maybe a little Four Loko and original Four Loko in there as well.
Put a floater on there. Yeah.
Damn.
They keep banning all our great stuff that we're inventing. American innovation is going to be in a tough spot if they keep just taking everything off the shelves. That's awesome.
They keep nerfing everything.
That's true. When was the last thing that got sharpened?
I don't know. When has innovation ever happened recently?
Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't.
Military weapons.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
Never cut corners with that shit.
they're also
no.
nerfing planes now.
What?
They're
I
nerf-
saw.
Boeing is getting nerfed big time. Boeing's been cutting a lot of corners recently.
Well, the
and
doors fly off their planes.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Crazy.
Like Boeing's
Laney
been,
Wilson got nerfed.
Boeing's been on a downswing for like the last 10, 15 years. And a lot of people are saying like not the same company they used to be. They're not being run the right way.
Fell off.
Big time. And now they got doors getting blown out at 16,000 feet.
That was a brand new plane too.
Brand new plane, the 737-9 MAX. Yeah. It blew out over Portland. It landed in some science teacher's backyard. And the science teacher, he just said, "My name's Bob. I found this plane thing, and I'm going to use it to teach people about science." Like, what a cool guy. He's like,
That's
yeah,
it.
so the impact on my backyard carried from 16,000 feet equivalent to this amount of force.
Wait, hold
It was,
on.
like,
hold on. This is a
fascinating.
commercial flight?
Yeah, commercial
Yeah.
flight. Door blew open, and everybody was buckled up, which is good, because if people hadn't been buckled up, somebody would have gotten sucked out of that plane. And yeah, so everyone was safe. They had to land immediately. There's already been some like weird warning lights that have come on these new planes when they're flying. They've gotten I think 3 or 4 instances of like a depressurization warning that's come on in the cockpit, and they have to land. So that plane is not allowed to take long routes over water. They're not allowed to fly overseas because when that happens, you got to find the nearest airport and land. And so they already knew that like something weird was going on here, and then the door blew out, and now they're inspecting like every single door in all those Boeing 737-9 Maxes.
Did you see the guy's phone who fell out of the plane and was completely fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even have his lock screen on. The person found the phone, and they just opened it up, and the first thing that they saw was like the travel confirmation and the seat number of the person. They're
Oh,
like,
I didn't see that.
I guess this came out of that plane.
That's crazy.
That
That's
also
wild.
that also sounds a little convenient, doesn't it?
It's a little sus, yeah. It's a little
Little
sus.
Yeah,
sus.
This
Well,
is
yeah.
what's the conspiracy brewing around this one? Because that's some stuff that I could see some.
I don't know if I had to get. I haven't heard any conspiracies recently about this one. I would imagine that somebody will say that Boeing fell off because of DEI. That's probably the next take, right?
DEI.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Oh God.
The biggest
Planes
thing
went
is that
Somebody's definitely saying that. I almost guarantee you somebody's saying that.
it's kind of crazy. Every person who was supposed to be in that row where the door fell off, all of them missed their flight.
All right, is that true, Mad
Look
Dog?
at God.
That's
Look
what
at
it
God.
said. That's what they said, is that flight that row was empty because 2 people missed their flight.
Who said that?
Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay,
Twitter.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I heard a
I
kid
saw
got
that
his
too,
shirt
yeah.
ripped off.
Yeah, that's possible. It's possible you can get your clothes ripped off.
There
hats.
was no one in that row. Either way, there was no one in that immediate row.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so, because they would have been sucked out.
No, because if you're buckled in,
It would have been what?
People could be shorting Boeing stock.
yeah, it's taking a big hit.
I mean, what?
I mean, you can make a lot of money shorting a stock.
Let's short
By,
a stock.
But we'd have to do something to tank a major corporation's stock price.
Let's do it.
So, like, if you
Or the next
we're on the,
GameStop
if you
revolution.
were part of the engineering team on, like, not an engineering team, but like a maintenance team on a Boeing plane, and you bought tickets right next to the exit door that you didn't put on properly, and then you bought shorts in Boeing, and then it blew the window off, and now we're all saying Boeing's bad, like Boeing is like, nerfed, it's like fallen off, so then everyone sells their stock, and then your short hits, and then you make a ton of money.
So you'd like potentially kill a couple dozen people in that scenario.
No, you buy the seats and then miss the flights on purpose.
Yeah, but still other people on the plane could die.
Yeah, good point.
No, but I understand what you're saying, like corporate sabotage, shorting stocks. That's definitely happened before. Like people have done stuff like that.
How could we do that?
I want you to, give me a report on that, Billy. I want you to figure out a stock that we could short and then a means to how to short it.
Let's purposely try to crash into Cybertrucks and short Tesla
I thought Elon was your dude.
and create viral videos of Cybertrucks looking stupid.
Cybertruck. I am addicted to seeing the Cybertrucks and the snow videos.
Are they out? Are they starting to sell them now?
They're starting to sell them. A few people took them up to like Lake Tahoe, had a snowstorm, had to get pulled out by another, like a real truck. What exactly is the market for the Cybertruck? Who are they targeting on this one? Because it doesn't.
Elon freaks.
It doesn't. Okay, I'm separating myself from any other things that Elon has cooking at the moment. Just objectively, when you look at the Cybertruck, is it not the like weirdest looking, bizarre booger looking thing that you've ever seen?
I think
it's
it's the same market as Hummers back in the day.
Yeah, Hummers.
I thought Hummers back when they came out was like, them shits look tough. This looks like they sat around and was like, yo, let's make something that looks futuristic.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it, honestly. I don't.
I think it looks kind of cool. It does
Yeah,
look weird.
I don't really,
for
I don't
sure.
really like Elon, but like I fuck with Tesla.
I don't get how they can get away with not having any crumple areas in the car and literally just can create a battering ram that will just destroy any other car that they hit. Like it's literally like,
Because if it gets into an accident with another car, it's going to go right through it, right?
yeah. Like how's that legal? I thought we were all supposed to have those safety crumple.
The crumple zones.
Yeah, like I want to
enough
see the crash test footage of the truck, because if it's a solid truck like they used to make like in the 50s when people would just be flying out of windshields because they were in like solid cars that had no crumple zones, like
I don't think that they have publicized the crash test of them, because if you drove a truck like that into a wall, all the energy has to go somewhere. All that force has to go somewhere. And without the crumpling, it would just go right to the person.
oh my God. So they're gambling on their auto drive to like never allow it to crash into like a wall.
Yeah. Or what if somebody crashes into you?
Yeah,
Like
but
a
I'm
big
looking
truck.
at-
What if you get hit by a big truck or something?
I'm looking at this test and it literally, oh God. Oh, it has a crumple zone. It's not as solid. Like you'd have to hit a brick wall, like a solid concrete wall, for it to crumple.
When in a high-speed collision, Cybertruck's front underbody casting is designed to break into small pieces. This helps reduce occupant impact by absorbing and dispensing energy.
I'd be interested to see the footage of the crash test.
I'm looking at it
I'll
right
send it.
now. You are the crumple zone. Yeah, that's bad.
But you can kick it and it won't get dense.
You can shoot an arrow at it and hit it with a sledgehammer, and it'll only
Yeah.
break if you hit it with a sledgehammer and destroy the frame, and then hit it with a metal ball.
Yeah, I just think it looks so fucking weird. I don't know what the utilitarian purpose of it is.
I could see it would be good for like an apocalypse if you had
Right.
electricity.
Exactly. Yes. There you go.
Yeah, because then because gas expires.
So it's for
You can't use
preppers,
it.
like doomsday preppers.
I mean, Elon Musk just bought a place in Hawaii, or built something with a huge bunker. All these, super rich people are prepping, even the ones who claim that they're not.
If I was super rich, I would definitely prep too. If I had that amount of money, you got to have a plan, right?
I prep, and
What's your plan, Billy? I want to know what your disaster plan is.
that's for me to know and you to find out.
Billy, everyone
fuck?
that's commenting on this video I see says this is like way better than other cars.
Did you see which one are you look? We may be looking.
I'm
at
watching a
different
video
videos.
of the Cybertruck crashing and the cab is like untouched. Door frame remains intact.
I think it does have a crumple zone, but it has a higher force needed to crumple than other cars. So if it would literally just rip through a Prius.
Hey, that motherfucker look cool. I ain't gonna lie, though. That shit look kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with Elon, but that shit go.
It's also a strange wall that they're running it into. It's like into steps. Do we know how fast this thing's going?
It takes a lot of force for it to crumple. I'm more thinking about other cars on the road. I mean, if you get hit head on by a Cybertruck but I guess they're saying that because the Cybertruck has all that Tesla, self-driving technology, like a drunk driver in a Cybertruck will never get into the position where they're going into head-on traffic.
That's how they should market it. Like, this
Yeah.
is the ultimate car for drunk drivers.
Dude, I have someone an acquaintance who claims that you can let a Tesla drive and get funky in the back seat at the same time.
All right, so Billy, translation. You have a friend who fucked in the back of a Tesla.
While it was driving.
No,
Where?
that's not
Where
true.
was this?
No way he could have. Teslas
He-
have a thing. Teslas have a thing like with the auto steer that it only does it for like tops 45 seconds before you have to touch a button on the steering wheel or somewhere on the console so that it continues to, or it'll automatically shut down and pull over.
It would probably
Okay.
also know if somebody was sitting in the front seat. Are you saying that this?
Somebody could have been pressing the button for him, but if you're in the driver's seat, you have to press a button like every 20 to 40 seconds.
I don't know.
Or else it stops.
It was in the context of he had been banned from using the autopilot. Like Tesla can do that, and says like you can't use the autopilot, and that's what he said happened.
So he
How
fucked.
trustworthy is this guy?
This guy could also be full of shit. I
sounds
actually
like
am leaning
super
towards
cat.
full of shit.
Sounds
Sounds
probably.
sounds
It
like
sounded-
super cat.
This is just stuff I've heard.
This is the
How-
best.
how do they go-
like,
how they
cancel
go-
culture gripe I've ever heard? Like Tesla canceled me from using autopilot.
Yeah.
because I
How they
fucked
gonna
in the
know
back.
it's
too
him?
cool.
Yeah.
They're gonna know it's him sitting in Tesla.
I don't know. No, like his car got banned. Like apparently Tesla has like cameras inside every Tesla car, and they can see what you're doing. Like when you like violate something, they have to like review it.
It's gonna be every
I don't-
car pretty soon.
I don't know about that, but this whole shit sounds. I'm calling cat.
Honestly, it might be big cap. I could have told. I just brought it up because I thought like it is a funny conversation. It totally is big cap.
Could be.
Big cat.
Sounds like it.
A lot of people have, like a lot of cars these days have the ability to give you a report, like a black box on an airplane. If you get into a crash or something, it tells you, it has like a detailed history of every move the car has done recently. that the police can look at. Seems to me like invasion of privacy.
Like a black
That's
box?
why Biden wants everybody to have electric cars so they can shut them down when you have a political opinion they don't like.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Am I going to get my car shut down?
It's coming. Give it 25 years.
Fuck.
You voted for a Republican. You can no longer get to work and stifle our economy.
2050,
Works
we'll
out.
revisit this.
I'm down.
All right, what about this, Big T? There's a roving band of car thieves that are driving around Chicago, right? And they're stealing
Is
it.
this supposed to be a mythical scenario?
And I'm saying, well, just hear me out.
Stealing every Kia in the
Yeah,
town.
Kia boys are in town, right? So they hop into a new Kia, drive away with it. They go out and they start holding people up on the sidewalks, taking out guns. The owner of the Kia is like, here's my VIN, my vehicle identification number. Kia shuts it down. They can't drive around anymore. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's the most like false. You know what you're doing. You can present a
That's
good
the question.
argument for something
answer
just
the
as well
question,
as
man.
there
Why
are
you got
negative
to do that?
Should
consequences.
the car have that ability or no?
Maybe, I don't know, but there are positive and negative consequences to everything.
Correct.
But PFT, what if
You
you
have
were able-
identified
That's what
a
I'm-
potentially
Yeah.
positive consequence.
Yeah.
I have identified a potentially negative consequence.
Right. So what I'm asking you is it worth it to have that ability to also maybe 25 years from now, Joe Biden being kept alive with
I guess we'll find out.
medical technology has the ability to be like
I don't
Big T.
know this. I'm just curious. And you could give me an example because I have never looked at this. Has the government stopped any I guess, how do I phrase this? So a commute to a drive, like I just don't see the benefit of a government stifling its own economy because of a faulty political ideology. Or
That
what they would
just
deem as-
happened.
How?
Shut down the whole economy.
But that wasn't based on political ideology. That was based on what they were being.
It became almost that way.
But no, that's an opinion. They
I
didn't
just-
shut down the economy because Republicans thought the COVID wasn't real. They shut down the economy because they thought that was the best recourse of action.
Before we
And-
get into COVID talk, back to cars being able to be turned off and
No,
stuff.
this is about cars. This is 1,000% about cars. My thing is, when has the government shut down like something that would be beneficial for them, which is the economy, due to a political ideation difference?
I don't know, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
Gotcha.
I think there's probably an
Also,
argument to be
I'm-
made too that if everybody out there has an electric car, a good enough hacker would be able to do a search, put together a list of people that they didn't want to vote or something like that, hack into everyone's cars, shut them down. Maybe not the government,
Well,
but all that data being out there.
that's what they think happened to that Rolling Stone writer who wrote about General McChrystal, or was it General McChrystal? Who was the guy who did the movie that Brad Pitt played the general?
Petraeus?
I think it's McChrystal.
Okay.
But basically he died in a car that for some reason suddenly accelerated into a tree. And people are like, the government totally killed him.
Oh, like somebody hacked into the car and did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't fully trust. So if you're of mine and Arian's age, you grew up in an environment where technology was like, we were always talking about the future and the ideas were way ahead of the technology. So like a lot of shit didn't work. Like I remember early days of the internet. The internet used to suck, by the way. Like in the mid 90s, you would log on. It would take like 5 minutes to load a website. If you tried to play a video online, you'd be lucky if you got like a blurry image moving on your screen. The internet sucked, but everyone was like, "Oh, we're doing like a face and voice conferencing right now, video conferencing. Log in, you can talk to somebody on the other side of the world. You have to wait like 20 minutes, and then you get like a robotic and staticky thing back, and you're like, "Oh, we're in the future." So like we've lived through a lot of shitty technology being unrolled to us. I'm still skeptical of any car that it's going to drive itself. like to understand where all the lines on the road are, even when they're not marked that properly, the curves of the road, where all the cars are. I'm just thinking to myself, there's like 100 different points of failure here. I'm not going to trust my driving in a car to like a robot anytime soon.
They have stuff now. They have driverless Ubers right now.
Yeah, and I don't trust those at all.
I mean, it's going to happen, whether you like trust it or not. I say 100, 200 years, they're gonna be like, I used to drive? That's crazy. Because how many fatalities do we have a year for car
A lot.
accidents? It's a whole thousands, right? So it's like it makes more sense. It absolutely makes more sense to have driverless cars.
It is kind of wild that, like, think about how many stupid people there are. There's a ton of stupid people that you know. Everybody, once they turn 16, they get a missile that they get to just drive themselves around in. It's like, here you go. This is fun. And it is like the most dangerous thing that we do. But
and it's like it's like we just kind of trust the random. That's actually why, 'cause I used to have a motorcycle, and why I stopped riding it was because I was like, my life is in the hands of millions of strangers I drive with on the road every day, and some random dude could just clip me on the back by accident, not paying attention or something, and then I'm just dead because I was like, fuck that shit. There's no way I could do that shit. But it was very fun while it lasted.
yeah, I bet it was. I bet driving a motorcycle would be awesome.
It's fun. I had one dude, I think he was a hater, man. Like, you know how you do traffic, you be in traffic jams, and like you see the guys on the motorcycle like drive fast.
Mm-hmm.
One dude, salty as fuck, he in that shit. I pass on the left side, and I just keep passing it. You know, I go slow, about like 30, 40 miles an hour. Actually, you know, you ain't, in case of emergency, whatever. And some dude, 4 or 5 cars ahead, he opens his door so that I couldn't pass. And so I just stopped. I was like, "You good, bro?" He's like, "Well, you think it's special?" You guys like, "Close your fucking door, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you ain't the fucking police. Get out of here, dog."
He was just mad.
Yeah, he's just mad. He's salty, man.
That's actually really fucking dangerous too.
It's just dumb. He the nigga that's like, "No, I paid my student loan, so you have to too." He's one of them niggas.
I want to get into teed off, because before we started tape today, Big T had like a preemptive teed off.
Well, that wasn't even supposed to be part of the show. You made it.
Yeah,
like,
let's
I was
do
just,
that one first because I'm fascinated by it.
Okay,
Wait, really quick.
Yeah.
So it was in the front seat of the Tesla.
Your friend was having sex in
Yeah.
the front seat.
In the front
Oh.
seat.
Well, people do that in regular cars, brother.
Yeah.
Without autopilot?
Yes. You've never had.
No, no. This is full P and
Yeah.
V.
Yeah. Well, I was a
Okay.
wild boy back in the day, man.
I don't think that's normal.
That's
I
not
don't-
safe.
Oh, that's not safe at all. That's not normal. But there are other actions that is a little more normal.
Yes, that's what I thought you were talking about.
You're capping. I can see.
You don't
other
think I've
stuff.
had sex driving in a car?
I
Crazy?
don't while steering.
Yes.
While driving.
Yes, I'm not going
I
80
call
miles on the
cat.
freeway.
I
Aaron,
call
were-
cat.
Were you like
call the
using,
girl?
Were you
The
using
fuck?
your turn
I
signal,
call cat.
like switching lanes?
That could be funny.
It's like a slow drive during like in back streets. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on a freeway, dog. Hell
That
no. But,
even is less believable because you have to turn the wheel more.
you think I was like hitting
How
her from the
can
back
you-
or something? Like, what you talking about? Like,
No, how can
I gotta
you
be
reach
honest.
she's straddling me.
This
Her head's right here. My head's right here. And we just working it.
you must have had to been doing some Stephen Hawking type stuff because that had to be a very small person.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, what, Billy?
What?
Okay, that's the second comment today where I'm like, how did you get there? First one was PFT. This one's from you. How did you
Okay.
get there?
I'm
How did
calling
you get?
cap.
I was
I'm
having
calling
sex
cap.
while
You're
I
the
was
one who's
driving.
having sex driving. I'm
You're-
the bad
wow.
guy now.
Yes, you just
Call
called
the
me a
girl.
pedophile,
Call
nigga.
the
What?
girl.
No, I was talking about. I was talking about.
Billy became the victim. That's real quick.
No, I
Oh,
was talking about. I was talking about what he was accused of doing with the blackboard and stuff.
All right, so Arian,
Wow.
back to this instance. So yeah, I think I understand it. Like, she's on your lap.
It's not that hard to understand.
She definitely wasn't a big lady. We can say that.
I was
that's
saying,
true.
was it a little person?
like a midget? Is that
That's what I was saying with the Stephen Hawking comment.
You said Stephen
Yeah, he's
Hawking was
talking
just
about midgets,
accused. Well, you need to work on your fucking references because he was just accused of something else, my guy.
Like not the mythical one that I was like, no, that was fake.
The mythical.
Billy was
that up.
referring to the fake news that he had heard that thought was real initially,
Mythical.
that everyone's
Yeah.
talking about.
Just clear that up, and then there's no
Okay.
issue. You know what I'm saying? Aside from letting me think you're calling me a pedophile, my
No,
nigga.
no, I'm saying
Wow.
you're into little people.
I mean, I've always
Right.
wondered. I've never dabbled, but I've always wondered. I mean, if there's any little person out there,
Okay.
All right,
That's
yes,
not-
Okay.
Yeah, just slide into the macrodosing DMs. If you
No,
want to talk to
don't.
Arian.
yeah,
No,
no,
Arian.
I'm okay to solicit that. Sell me off.
All right, so you're driving.
I'll facilitate.
You're on the back roads. I assume it's dark outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the radio on.
I'm playing music on the radio, like 97.3. That ass.
More rock, less talk. So
Because
are
I
you
love this
changing?
song.
Are you changing lanes? Are you making turns?
It's like streets. It's like a residential streets. Like you going back like residential streets, and you kind of you drive slow, 30 miles, 20 miles, whatever the case may be, and you kind of just drive slow. You turn, stop every
Can
now
I
and
ask?
then.
And this is my only question.
Yeah.
Did you get in the car with the intention of doing that, or did this come about as you were driving?
A little bit of both. As we are participating in other actions, this will not be posted, Maddie and Mac. This is
Can
for
I keep it in the podcast?
Yes, keep it on the podcast.
Okay.
But I just don't want to. My mother follows, and she doesn't watch all of them. So, you'll be getting like you gonna go down and do your thing. That was Roadhead was the agreement. That was the initial agreement, and then things just escalated as I get to be touchy feely, and it just escalated from there. There was some easy access points, so we took advantage of that, and it was a great time.
Okay.
Live and let live. I was a young kid.
The real question is, did you put your hazards on?
No, that creates attention towards you. You don't want attention while you're doing
You
something.
let the other cars on the road know that, hey, be careful. There may be some erratic driving going on.
Some would say this was the best driving I ever did because I followed all traffic laws, which I don't normally do. Like stop signs are yields in my head, which, by the way, all stop signs should be yield signs to a cognitively rational society.
That's a
Sidewalk.
weird take. What about like a four-way stop?
That's definitely a yield. Yield doesn't mean don't stop. Yield just means like look at your surroundings.
What
Yield
about
doesn't-
like people in crosswalks?
You yield. Pedestrians have the right of way. That's a known traffic law. Yield just means it's why it's triangle but it's still red. It's different shape. It's like stop if you need to, but you ain't got to. Roll it out.
This is
It's
Arian's
four-way
most libertarian take.
Four-way stop. It's facts. Four-way stop. The first person that got there should be the first one that goes. So at a four yield sign way, right? A four-way yield sign way, it is important for everybody else to stop. So
That would create such chaos.
I disagree. Well, this is what I said. A cognitively rational society. I don't think the majority of human beings are rational. So of course it won't work.
I think it's better
Yeah.
to have stop signs that people treat the way you're treating them than have yield signs that people are like, that means nothing.
Okay, well, so what's the difference between a yield sign and a stop sign?
Nothing, but like people would view it as like if we right now changed all the stop signs to yields, people are, oh, that's a fake sign. I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything for that.
True.
Wait, you guys don't yield?
I do. It's a
Billy,
yield
we're
sign.
talking about the majority of America that isn't,
I know, but the majority of America, you look at a yield sign, then you look at the other way to see if anyone's coming, and then you either go or you don't.
Yeah, but if it's a yield sign,
it's a lesser sign
yeah,
though.
your instinct is to, like, go through it a little bit more frequently than you would a stop sign for sure.
It's a downgrade from a stop for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a yellow light. Look at
Again,
yellow lights.
A cognitively rational society would view a yield sign no less important than a stop sign.
Yes,
would
if
treat it
you were
with the
if you were
same
taking them
reverence.
literally, yes.
They would treat it with the same reverence. But we don't live in that world. And I have a dream that one day my children will be able to stop at yield signs and all will be well.
That was good.
Thank you.
Wait, also we have to get back to the big T thing.
Wait, but I also want to just let Arian know, like, the way that you're talking about having sex in a car while driving.
Yeah, if you're more probing for like
That's
like,
cap,
you're trying to
dude.
set it up.
No, I'm saying
Time out. You
I had
believe your homeboy was in the backseat of a Tesla getting
No, he
minutes
was in the
to go.
front seat. He was in the front seat.
But you had originally told the story when he was in the back, and you didn't question this nigga once. I told you I had sex while driving in a residential area, and you're just skeptical as shit.
How are you
That's crazy.
reaching the brake and gas pedal?
I don't shrink when she's on
It's
me.
the same. Yeah, what are you talking about,
The
dude?
space required between you and the wheel. Okay, you know what? We can move on.
That's
Billy's
wild,
going back
bro.
to the fact she was definitely a little person. Billy's cracked the code.
No,
I'm just saying the way that you're talking about it is the exact same way that I had a bunch of friends like in my 20s that would be like, I actually drive better when I'm stoned because I pay such close attention. You're saying that it's like the best driving that you've ever done. That's the safest way to drive is while having sex.
It might be. You're very cautious of all the rules, all the laws, because you know at any moment, you know, you see them flashing lights. She got to hop off. It gets weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's she doing? She was looking for something, officer.
Yeah,
You
so
gotta
next
pull up
time
your
you're
pants.
you're in the car with if it's a lady or gentleman that you like to do certain activities with, just make the point like, if you really want to make sure we get there safe, you'll have sex with me.
This is your health, not mine.
I will, and I'm gonna regret that. I don't know why. I gotta ask though, where do her legs go?
Right here. It wasn't very comfortable for her, obviously, because like
I can't imagine.
I had to take my seatbelt off for sure. But like, you know, her knees she's straddling me.
Okay.
Was the seatbelt thing beeping? Like you didn't have your seatbelt on?
Oh,
Yeah, it
true,
actually
Kenzie.
was.
That'd be annoying.
That's so
was.
annoying.
I don't
I
think
mean,
I could get in the mood with that.
No.
Yeah, we didn't have Marvin Gaye playing, fam. It was it was a car session.
Could
you know what I'm
create
saying?
like a rhythm though.
Yeah, it's
Ding,
Okay, Big T.
ding, ding,
Okay,
ding.
move them hips, right, Big T?
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are probing for an attempt. That's what it sounds. I could be wrong. But it sounds like y'all are probing for an attempt. Try it.
No.
You want us?
No, I don't. Why I said you're probing for an attempt. I don't care if you smashing a car or not. It's all good. I was young, man.
The only other thing I was going to say in response to Billy and Arian, I hope you take this as a compliment. I don't think there's anywhere Arian could tell me he's had sex that I wouldn't believe him.
Thank you.
Like if he told me he had sex like on top of an elephant, I'd be like, wow, I guess he fucking did that.
Hey, okay, let's play this game. Wildest place y'all have had sex?
I don't know, but I'm thinking that I want to try in a car while I'm driving it, but I'm a safety conscious person, so I might just like get into my driveway and then just back up and then drive forward and then back up and then drive forward and then park in the garage, be like, check, I did it.
That's funny. It's fun. It's fun time. It's fun time. Young adventures of a little Arian.
Yeah. Big T, what did you teed off about?
Yeah, what a setup. So do you want to do the one that you want to do first? Because this wasn't even supposed to be
Yeah,
on the
well,
show.
I'll set it up real quick. I walked into the studio, and Big T immediately had a question for me, and he proceeded to get very angry about what I think is it's a fair grievance, but it's also a funny topic for
Well,
Big
it's
T to get
just
upset about.
nonsense. It's just
Okay.
nonsense. Reese Davis, noted Alabama graduate. Everyone knows him. He's the face of ESPN college football. He had Iowa in his week 15, the last AP poll before the bowls. He had Iowa ranked 22nd in the country.
Okay.
And Tennessee unranked. Tennessee then beats Iowa 35-0 in the Citrus Bowl. Arian, you want to guess where he had Iowa ranked after losing 35-0? They were 22nd. They lose 35-0. Where are they now?
God, I have no idea.
18th. They moved up 4 spots. Tennessee still unranked, which I just find, I mean, this is a society. Get rid of, every year there are so many things to get rid of the AP poll. Like this year, or maybe last year in basketball, someone meant to rank Memphis and did like Montana State or something. Like there's just, it's nonsense. And as I think you and I have talked about this. Now Reese Davis can't even use this excuse, but the majority of the people voting in the AP poll watch the least amount of college football. They're beat writers who are covering one game all Saturday.
Yeah.
They see maybe a few plays that are on in the press box of whatever games on CBS or ESPN, whatever. But they watch literally the least amount of football of anyone. Now, Reese Davis, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what his deal is. I just found that stupid.
I think it's very funny to get upset about a meaningless postseason.
Yep.
ranking.
You let this slide, and then what's next?
I don't know.
Okay,
honestly
well,
don't know.
yeah.
What is next?
Who knows? But that's why
Everybody
we have
has
to nip
electric
it
cars.
in the
government's
bud.
turning them off.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the teed off I had was actually also about college football. We got to do something about players intentionally. So after they lose a championship game, the new thing now is let me go out onto the field and sit there in the confetti and watch the winning team get the trophy and make sure the cameras are on me so that they get a shot of this. Jalen Polk, a receiver from Washington, did this the other day. Like McCarthy and them did it last year against TCU. It's become like a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I understand you just lost like a game that you've worked all year and many years to get to. Understand. All of your teammates are in the locker room just as dejected as you are, but you're out there sitting on the field like, let me make sure everyone, don't forget about me. Don't forget about how sad I am.
Don't forget about how sad I am. I agree with this take, by the way.
I think it started with Stephon Diggs. I think the Chiefs beat the Bills, and Diggs was like standing next to the tunnel, and he was watching the confetti come down, and somebody caught him in a picture. And I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he knew that cameras were around him. And they asked him why he was doing that. He was like, because I didn't want to forget what that felt like in that moment. I wanted to like sink it in and use that as motivation. So I think these other guys saw what happened with Diggs, and they're like, oh, I'm going to do that too. But it's becoming like more in your face.
I'm sending y'all the picture. Jalen Polk is sitting at the 25-yard line, like on the field, like watching. Also, Jalen Polk, by the way, the next morning declared for the NFL draft. He was clearly very torn up about the loss. Like, it's just, we get it. It happens. Somebody has to lose. Just go be sad with your teammates.
Nah, this is a W take. It's pretty whack, but yeah, do your thing. Whatever motivates you, fam.
Pete Carroll is not coming back as coach of the Seahawks next year.
What?
Is he retiring?
He's going to maybe remain in the organization.
Oh, Bruce Arians.
But not as the head coach.
Oh,
That's wild.
that's crazy.
He's so young looking.
He's old, man.
Yeah, but he looks like he's 50.
Yeah, like, but that's why it feels like wrong, right? Because I love Pete Carroll, but that's I like one of my favorite coaches I met in the NFL. But I think every coach gets to that point. It's like, this shit is tiring, dog. Like the hours coaches put in is insane. They hate their families, so it's like it's hard to get up at 5, 6 in the morning every day and go over the same film, same shit, same day, same plays. Go enjoy your life, Pete. You lived a good one, brother.
Hang on, I have some more breaking news. It's a soundbite that we absolutely have to play on this show. Hold on.
Is it Hunter?
Yeah.
What?
Please, I'll answer your question if you be quiet and let me make a statement, okay? What crack do you normally smoke, Mr. Biden? Let me...
Did you hear what that guy said?
What was that?
What kind of crack do you normally smoke, Mr. Biden?
Is there different types of crack?
I didn't know
I
that
don't
there were
know.
different kinds of crack.
I guess there's good crack and bad crack, probably.
There's Arm and Hammer.
It was a reporter like shouting from way, way, way in the back.
What kinds of crack do you smoke?
That's an all-time question right there.
He
bro.
stormed out of a house meeting.
I don't know.
There
I
there
don't
was
know.
like a
He's
congressional
trending
hearing.
number one in the world right now. I haven't had time to look at it.
I think he just stormed out of a congressional meeting asking him about his doings and his financials.
Let's see. Should we pause to investigate a little bit?
Yeah,
It's
let's
not
pause
really
real
that big of a deal.
Let's pause. I want to see this video though.
He just walks out and it's kind of lame.
I would like to know what types of crack he smoked too. just for my own pure research purposes.
I would like to know the different types of crack there are. Just for
I'm
my
looking
own-
it up right now.
All right, Billy. Yeah.
Are there brands?
Oh, there's a lot of
Blue
these
Magic.
are actual cracks.
So you block that shit.
Crack cocaine.
Oh, you were looking up cracks like in rocks?
Well, there's shrinkage cracks, stair step cracks, hairline cracks, settlement cracks.
You're looking up like concrete.
Yeah.
Okay. Crack cocaine. What types of crack cocaine are there?
It's sort of kind of like how it's made.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's biker meth, there's pseudo meth, there's industrial meth. So there's the several different cracks usually are made from some sort of household chemicals combined with cocaine. So the highest purity of cocaine is coca paste. It cannot be snorted, but it can be freebased.
Did crack fall off? I feel like crack hasn't really been a thing until recently. Just Hunter Biden is the only person doing crack.
So there's different types of cocaine, but crack is a type of cocaine that specifically refers to crack cocaine mixed with baking soda. Didn't we have an episode on how to make crack?
I think we talked about it at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
with
talked about it,
Pyrex and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody really does crack anymore.
Yeah, so crack is produced by
Oh,
removing
shout
the
out to that.
salt from pure cocaine by cooking it. Yeah.
I didn't know cocaine had salt in it.
Where a
There's
lot of
synthetic
many
cocaine.
famous songs come from. Flick of the wrist, whipping the work. They're cooking crack cocaine, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there's a synthetic cocaine that is 5 times more potent than cocaine.
Is that like bath salts?
Oh, yep. Synthetic, it can be found in bath salts and flocka. Pink cocaine.
That's Tusi.
Yeah,
My mom just
Tusi.
texted me. My mom just texted me. Friendly New Year reminder. Get a vasectomy.
That's hilarious.
Is she like looking after your kids or something?
I got 5 kids, man. It's time to shut her down.
Yeah. Have you thought about when you're gonna do that?
I was gonna do it last year, but I'm more lazy than I am anything. So it needs to happen. I need to do that.
If you're a Houston-based urologist, contact, slide into the DMs of Macrodosing.
Fuck with your boy.
Yeah.
Time for the little snippage.
Get it right before March Madness. You have to sit on your couch for 2 days. That's my favorite when vasectomy clinics do like their yearly special where it's like half off vasectomies on this day. You get to watch basketball for a full weekend and just sit on your couch and put frozen vegetables on your dick.
Wow.
I got a question for you guys. I was having a conversation with somebody that worked here at Barstool who will remain nameless. And we were talking last week. They were saying, I looked through Macrodosing's like numbers in terms of listeners to the podcast. He's like, you guys are fucking huge, but you guys never brag about it.
Talk that shit.
So I need to
Right
know.
now.
I don't want to. It's not in our DNA. I think maybe it's in Billy's DNA. I don't know, but I don't think that it is. It's not in our DNA to brag about stuff. So what is the best way for us to tell people that we have a shitload of listeners without saying it? Because I'm not going to say it out loud on a public platform that we have a shitload of listeners.
I want to know who said this now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I would never say that in like a microphone.
No.
That like macrodosing is massive.
No.
Well, and even if you were, you would only say it in something that like the people
That
who were
appreciative.
already listening would hear. So it's not like you're
But I still wouldn't do that.
right. But if you did,
If I did, I would.
that would be far more palatable.
Yes. The only way I would ever like pound my chest and brag about it would be if there's some way that I can like say it without saying it,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what that is, but yeah, we're fucking big.
How many football stadiums big?
Depends on what football stadium.
Depends on the stadium. but I could tell you based on what stadium you give me. I won't say it on the air though because that's not who we are. as
Yeah, that's
people.
not who we would never say that.
How many?
Well, like how many like Tennessee stadiums?
That's a
Cool.
big
It's a
stadium,
big
though. That's gonna we
It's
don't. I
No,
was
you
gonna
wanna
pick a
do-
smaller
You
one.
want to do Progressive Field?
Well, someone got in trouble several years ago. Someone was having sex in the press box in Elon Stadium. That was like a big. I want to say it was on Valentine's Day, and they recorded it and got like in major trouble. That was like a big national story.
That rocks. Did they post
Hold
it?
on, one of the players.
No, it was like a rando. I'm trying to find it right now. Alleged Neyland Stadium sex photo causes stir online. Yeah, it was a Snapchat. Let me see if there's still any of these stories.
The Snapchat story. You want to see it?
No. Stories about the thing. Because I
Oh.
remember the picture went viral. I was probably on Barstool.
Yeah, I caught you all. We was talking about what were we talking about though? Oh,
How many stadiums?
How many stadiums
Yeah.
our listeners?
That
would
we would
fit
never
into?
say.
No, but I think if we wanted to say, like, if we wanted to not brag about how big we are, I think we. I don't know.
Just say we thank y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for listening.
Well,
man.
don't. If we're not putting it in the show, I'm curious to know how many stadiums.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
There
Talk
you
that
go.
shit. Talk that Lil
Facts.
Wayne shit, Maddie.
There you go. The caption on the Snapchat photo, which appears to be in Neyland's press box, says "Happy Valentine" from Neyland Stadium, and it was VOL.
Shout out.
That's good.
Senate
That's
chambers.
You've had sex in the Senate chambers?
People have.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
People have had sex in every important place in this world. I'm positive. One thing I know about humans, they be fucking.
Yep.
Everybody fucking everybody. It is what it is. It's what we do.
Trying to think. So we still got to figure out the space station. That's the only place I really care about.
If anyone's had sex up there,
Yeah.
I would venture to say that it has happened.
yes.
But
Can
they'll
you
never,
have
they'll
sex
never-
with zero gravity though?
Oh yeah. For sure. It's probably better. I just
why
think
would it
that
be
you're not
better?
supposed to have sex up there because you could get pregnant.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm usually not the one for the masturbation jokes. That's y'all's bag. But masturbating in space and seeing the receipt from your feel good would be a wild thing.
That is why I was trying to ask the astronaut about that. But you guys were like,
couldn't get there. Is it regular liquid like water?
People have definitely jacked off in space.
There's no question.
100%.
I would just do it for scientific purposes.
You do it. You like look at the Earth. Look how beautiful that thing is.
Aim all over the earth.
Yeah, and also a little
To all
sus
the women.
because there's like 4 billion dudes that you're looking at while you're cranking it.
but there's 4 billion.
Fellas, is gay to
It's gay.
Well, maybe 2. You can only see half.
Yeah, that's true.
not as gay.
What country would you jack off to? Would be the least gay country
Fucking
to jack off
America,
to from
dude.
space.
Are you kidding?
Jacking
Italy,
off to
if you're in
America.
the-
One answer.
But you're also jacking off to Canada.
No, I know where the border is.
Italy, if you're in the feet.
Yeah, Italy would be a pretty hot country to crank it to.
Jerry.
Florida, just going over Florida.
Kind of looks like a. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
That might
Good
be
point.
sus.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of crazy of you to say that.
it is. It's wild. What state is the hottest in terms of its outline?
Mm. We don't really have any
That's a
round
good
states.
question.
Like I'd say maybe Vermont.
No.
Why is
No.
that?
Vermont, New Hampshire
Massachusetts,
combined.
it's got a nice little.
Vermont's a little opening there.
Don't Massachusetts got a nice little curve to it?
No,
Yeah.
Maryland.
You think Maryland? Maryland's kind of funky. And
What
crazy.
about New Jersey?
Maryland. I mean, do you know what Maryland looks like?
I know exactly what
All right.
Maryland looks like.
So then why would you not agree that it's Maryland?
I
Yeah,
do
I
you
don't
think
know
it's a
what Maryland
sexy
looks like.
outline?
No, it's got
got a-
some
I'm not mad at Maryland.
it's got some nice
I don't-
harbors.
It's got
Yeah.
some nice harbors.
Let's see.
I don't think you know Maryland.
Yeah.
I know Maryland. I know Maryland more than you know Maryland.
Yeah.
Oh
What
yeah,
are those-
you're talking about like the Chesapeake Bay and the Eastern Shore,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
some
yeah.
nice harbors.
that's okay. I agree with that. That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
That's
Some
that's
nice
hot as
harbors.
fuck.
The horny
hot as
over
fuck.
state lines. That shit wild. Though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Utah, not bad.
Iowa. If
Yeah, Oh, it's got a face.
Well, could be something else.
Yeah,
Could be a
Utah's got a
side
shell.
profile.
Oh yeah, side
If
boob.
you know what I'm saying.
Side boob on Iowa.
I'm going Maryland 1, Iowa 2.
Is that chef a guy?
Yeah, it sure is. The
Oh,
elf.
man. Yeah, the dude in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Minnesota's not bad either.
Hmm.
Michigan, if you're into hand stuff.
Michigan
True.
can get the job done.
Yeah. All right, I think those are the
Yeah.
hottest states.
Alaska,
Alaska's
in-
thick.
if you're looking for a lot of resources.
Yeah, Alaska's dummy thick. Alaska's kind of a pog. All right, so that does it for which states would you jack off to? Tune in next week. We'll talk about which countries. Yeah, Italy would definitely be. Yeah, the boot, the like tall stiletto boot. That could work.
I gotta do some explanation for my friends in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got to the bottom of this.
Okay,
Literally?
Yes.
let's talk about it. Billy,
I-
just set it up because it was something that I saw on the timeline a couple days ago, I think, and I had no idea what the fuck was happening.
Yes.
So can
Yes.
you please
So-
explain to me.
There's some pretty wild videos of in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. There's a large population of Hasidic Jews, and the location of where all these videos came from is the Chabad, which is a religious center for which a lot of like young rabbis, aspiring rabbis attend. So there was a lot of videos of Hasidic Jewish men rioting next to NYPD officers and coming out of this what looked like sewer vents and running away. And it was a little bit of a comical sight, just the interactions between the NYPD and the population, who was sort of rioting, ripping walls down. It was kind of very basically people are saying that there are Jewish tunnels underneath Brooklyn, which is not technically correct. So
Okay.
the real reason this has happened, there isn't secret tunnels. There's not anything nefarious really going along, happening. It more has to do with people doing construction not to code and not getting approvals from any housing authority to do them. So what happened in those videos is that there is a sect of, and I learned this from a rabbi who I used to work for. I was a Shabbos goy back in the day. If you don't know what that is, it's the person who turns the lights on and off during the Sabbath because they can't use electricity during the Sabbath. So the tunnels weren't tunnels. What they were trying
what does
to
that
do
job
was
pay?
what?
What does that job pay?
A fair amount for just switching lights on and off.
Sounds like a great gig.
It is. I got into it by shoveling snow.
So no, but how much did you get paid to turn on and off a light switch?
$5 a week.
Oh, okay. How old were you?
I was about 7 or 8.
That's pretty.
Were
good
you there
gig.
like all
Baby.
day?
No, I just had to go in the morning and at night.
Yeah, Billy had to
Oh, okay.
make money to buy subway tokens and movie tickets.
Right.
I mean,
That probably
It
could
was-
have gotten you a movie ticket back in the day.
Yep.
1850 now. Thanks,
Yeah.
Joe.
so this was like, it was the best gig I ever got. And I also shoveled snow for the synagogue. So, where was I? So what happened is there's a certain sect of the Shabbat Lubavitch community that there's like a splinter sect, which has been in a lot of turmoil over who owns the building housing the headquarters of the Shabbat. And this group believes that Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, who led the Shabbat Lubavitch movement before his death at age 92 in 1994, is the Messiah. So, and this is a claim that mainstream Shabbat doesn't, that rejects. So one of his dying wishes of this rabbi was to expand the synagogue, that the building where it was. So to basically that room where the videos take place to expand it. And that's why on the other side of the wall were the tunnels. So what they were doing was they weren't making tunnels that like led to multiple places. They basically, his extremist followers, like in his dying wishes, started digging underneath the ground next to the building, and were actually the other members of the Shabbat told on that extremist sect to get it filled in. This is where the video occurs, because basically a huge concrete truck came to fill in the basically cavern that had been dug out. But then the guys who had been working on it then like sort of just stood in there so the concrete couldn't be poured in. The police were then called to remove them, and they started arresting a bunch of them. And that's where you see the video of the guy climbing out of the sewer, because it was like an escape route once the police started arresting people. But it was more that these guys were such fierce followers of this rabbi that they ended up like trying to expand and dig and expand this building. So that's why they were ripping the wall down, because they had been doing it in secret, but everyone could hear them digging right next to the place. And they were ripping the wall down to sort of like show like, hey, let's just finish it before they can fill it in. Because if they rip the wall down, then the concrete can't be poured in without filling up the whole building.
Okay, got it. So they wanted to expand that building as per the wishes of their leader that they had, who's no longer alive.
Yes.
And then they got caught because neighbors heard people in the walls.
Yes. And their neighbors are also part of the Shabbat. And it's not anything like, a lot of like crazy conspiracies are going on about these tunnels, but it's a certain sect of almost a cultish following of this rabbi who claimed to be Messiah. Like in a lot of these religious groups, like there's splinter cell, it gets a little nuts. So that is what was happening. There isn't a large amount of tunnel complexes all around Brooklyn that are controlled by Jewish people. It's just this.
Now people are saying like there's tunnel people that live all throughout New York City.
Yes.
And that underground, it's just a bunch of Orthodox Jewish people.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy conspiracy to come up with. But
especially
but the videos,
times like these.
The videos were wild, though.
It's hilarious. I mean, I would laugh if it was a bunch of priests and monks dressed up doing the same things. Like, it's just very funny to see highly religious people like in these situations.
Just digging.
Yeah.
So what was their objective? To expand? Was there like a certain thing they were expanding to?
Yeah. So that building, that room that you see them in where they're ripping the walls down and rioting, that was basically, I think it's like a place for them to study, to become rabbis. And the head rabbi who died wanted to expand it. So they had dug basically like, cause there was nothing under right next to it. It was underground. They just started digging a hole, and without any permits, any sort of checking with dig safe or anything, dug like a whole like separate area that they were then going to try to expand the thing into. So they just made the hole wider. If the room is a hole in the ground, they just made it wider.
Guys love digging holes.
Yeah.
So, that is kind of dangerous, though, to not even check with utilities. Chances are you're going to fuck something up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very insular community that like they have their own first responder team that like does things to the book. So like, for example, they're not using electricity, and electricity isn't used on them like during a crisis, during the Sabbath or something. So it's crazy to the outsider who like doesn't know all the fill-ins. You could be like, oh my God, there's Jewish tunnels all over New York City, and they're, and also surprisingly but anyway, that's what actually happened. And Twitter's going nuts because they think there's like crazy stuff happening in tunnels. So had to fill that in for the conspiracy theorists.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that.
Because I was when I first found out about it, I was like, I'm gonna go get to the bottom of these tunnels, like that, like what's going on down there. And then called my rabbi friend.
All right, that's good to know. All right, anything
Thanks
else?
For clearing that up, Bill.
Sweet.
You ate off about anything?
No, I'm beat off.
What did you beat off about, Billy?
I forgot.
I sometimes mix up A and B as well.
They're right next to each other.
I didn't know who
Fair.
that was going towards.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Bill. Yeah. In the lieu of our Martin Luther King episode, I feel like plane companies they need a nerf as well. Planes, but in this way. Planes need a nerf how many seats are on a plane. There should only be 2 seats per row, and they should be comfortable chairs. Stop putting people in like sardines. It's uncomfortable and it's inhumane. We have to get on these flights. People got to travel, see their family, do their business. But you'll be all right, plane companies. 2 seats per aisle. Put some cotton in these chairs. Put something in these chairs. They're hard. Southwest flight has changed my life and my view.
This guy flying Southwest one time, and he's had enough.
It's facts, man. It's because I always thought it's very pretentious because I do fly first class a lot, and it's very pretentious that they have a curtain, right? Because I'm from the projects. Don't forget, I didn't grow up like this, but they have a curtain that's just like this is the others. Like, and I always used to hate that shit. Like a lot of times people be like, "Yo, can I go to the bathroom?" I'm like, your bathroom is in the back. It just felt very segregationist to me, and I always hated that shit. But
So it was the thinnest curtain too.
yeah, it's super thin. It's like it's just the illusion of class. Like
It's so the pores can see through it and be like, man, like it's so close but so far away.
One
I just
day.
pull myself up by my bootstraps. One day I'll be able to sit where the curtains are. But no, it's ridiculous that they just privatize it so much. Just get rid of the middle seat. I don't know a human being on this earth that enjoys sitting in the middle seat. It's weird. Just get rid of it. You'll be all right. That's my egg off. Finn.
I like it, and they're actually doing the opposite. They're starting to put out planes that you have to be standing on.
No,
Standing
there's not
room
standing
only.
room only planes. Are you serious?
Yeah,
That was
Ryanair.
that was an idea from a guy who runs like the main budget airline in Europe. I don't think they're actually doing it.
One day it'll happen.
But someone asked him about it, and he was like, well, actually, it would only be on flights that are like 45 minutes or less, and then we could, it would be $1. And he said, I guarantee you we'll fill that before the seats.
Oh, no
Bro, if
shit,
you're telling me I
piece
could
of
get-
shit.
No,
Not you,
dude.
talking about him.
If you're telling me I could get like a $10 ticket Dublin to London or something, or like I'd take it in a second.
You're missing the point. They're telling you they can afford it. They just gouging. That's what they're telling you. That's the problem. They just greedy. They greedy as fuck.
Yeah,
Well, I
'cause
think his airline is notoriously like it's actually really cheap.
Yeah.
But in general, yes, I agree with you.
they're also saying that they can sell that. I would imagine that you could put in more people if they were standing, right? That's the whole point behind it. But I don't think you could put in like 150 times more people. You probably put in like maybe twice as many people.
Well, what do you mean?
So he's not doing like half price fares. He's saying $1.
Yeah.
If he was doing half price fares with double the people, that makes sense. But Arian's right. He's saying like we can afford having people pay $1 per ticket to get on this flight, and
Well,
we'll only sell.
It
like,
wasn't the whole plane. It
Oh, a
was like
certain
a
part of
little
it?
bit in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're not getting shit on that plane. No bathroom for you. You're not getting.
Well,
you're
did you?
not
So
getting
have you not
peanuts?
seen? Have you seen this guy actually wanted to charge to use the bathroom too? But he said, so someone asked him about that, and he said, yeah, if we charge to use the bathroom, I can take one out of the plane, put more seats, and lower everybody's fare by 5%.
Y'all seen
I don't like the
Lorax?
idea of paying to use a bathroom.
That's what
Never
I'm
have liked
saying.
that.
You seen the Lorax? The movie The Lorax?
No.
It's fire.
Yes.
Y'all seen it? Yeah. It's fire, fun little. It's from Dr. Seuss, but it's basically talking about greed. It's talking about how like this dude starts to bottle air and sell it because well, long story short, they ruined the environment around them, so they built a dome-like structure that has like fake trees and fake everything, and they sell air. They sell everything, so like they sell air, and like we're not far off from that if you think about it. Like, it's wild, man. Greed is a motherfucker, man.
I bought some air recently.
Bam.
Lorax is such a good movie.
What the fuck is that, yo?
Oxygen. I almost bought some when I was out in Arizona. Because Grand Canyon is so high up.
Why?
I didn't actually buy it. Billy did.
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
I was like, I wanted to see if it actually made me recover faster when I was working out.
Okay.
It was like $3.
Gotcha.
Does it?
Not really.
There are some benefits. Like if you see a lot of like football players or basketball players on the sidelines, they'll have oxygen tanks on the sidelines, which I use frequently. It does help in high extreme intense atmospheres where your body needs oxygen.
Yeah.
It helps.
How much worse is playing in Denver than other places?
It was never bad for me because I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico,
That's true.
which is higher than Denver.
Whoa.
So my lung capacity was always, and I was always like, so I grew up like running, and my brother was like a long distance runner, and so I used to train with him, and I was always short-winded compared to him, but like compared to sprinters, I had big lungs. And then so when I went out, like for instance, I went to San Diego, I could run for days and just didn't really feel that shit. And then I went to Tennessee, I could always, my speed endurance was always set me apart from everybody around me. So it was when I went to Denver, I know guys that was like lightheaded, and if you remember the quarterback, bro, we was in the huddle, lips was cracked and ashy and dry, like it just everything just dehydrates you. It's just wild, but it never really affected me like that.
Yeah, I got after Nairobi because I was dying in Nairobi because it's like a mile high there.
If you have sickle cell, then you're not supposed to play at altitude.
Yeah.
I remember Ryan Clark. Did he have sickle cell?
I don't know.
And something bad happened with his spleen, and they said he could have died. So we got like medical attention. Then every other time they played in Denver, he had to sit out. I think Ryan Clark might have sat out that game against Tebow, where Tebow beat them in the playoffs. I think I might be mixing stories, but I'm pretty sure Ryan Clark was not on the field for that play
Against the Steelers?
R.I.P. Demarius Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arian, when you were playing and Tebow Mania was happening, what were your thoughts at the time?
Same thing as it was in college. I don't know why he's getting all this hype.
Well,
Wait,
in college, he was goated.
That's what you think. That's what I do not believe that. We've had this conversation before. I never thought he was a good quarterback. I always thought he was surrounded by crazy weapons.
He was.
But that's my point. He didn't do anything athletically where I was like, that's crazy, dog. Like when you look at like cats like Reggie Bush, Cam Newton, Adrian Peterson, like those kind of cats in college were like they were leaps and bounds ahead of everybody. So when he gets thrown in the best college athlete of all time shit, it blows my mind. Vince Young.
Hang on. Reggie Bush was a Fresno State merchant. All those yards came against Fresno State.
Man, that's cat. Reggie Bush is probably the greatest running back of all time in college. Him, Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders. It's not even a question. I ain't gonna listen to that.
He's
slang.
third in that group by a mile.
A mile? No.
Yeah.
Reggie
Barry
Bush,
Sanders?
When you talk about being, so I used to catch a lot of flack about this as well. I never thought Reggie Bush was a true tailback. I always thought he was like, he would go great in today's league, right? But he could never like carry it 20, 25 times a game. So when you're talking about running back in that aspect, yes, I would agree with you. But like as far as like talent wise, it didn't get much better than Reggie
That's
Bush.
the other thing. 3rd and 2, who was USC giving the ball to? It wasn't Reggie Bush.
Lindell
Lindell White.
That's to my argument. I agree with you. I don't think he was a true tailback in the sense of what tailbacks were back then. Tailbacks were bell cows back then. So that was the measure of your stature back then with running backs was, are you a bell cow? Can you carry that thing 20, 25 times a game, 30 times a game, catch the ball at backfield, block, stay on the field all 3 downs? Reggie Bush was not that tailback. But as far as like big play making ability, it got no better than him in college at the running back position.
Lindell White couldn't make a first down against Texas. Not when it counted.
This man, you gonna discount all the other championships they have and all the other greatness that they have? You gonna do one?
No, they're
play?
good.
We can't do that.
They were good.
I won't stand for it.
Him and Chris Johnson had maybe the best like 1-2 combination in the NFL when they were on the Titans together. And
Smash and dash.
Yeah, you can do smash and dash. You can do thunder and lightning. My favorite nickname for them was eat and run.
I never heard that
I
one.
thought that was a pretty good one.
I think you made that one up.
No, that was people call him that.
I didn't know this, dog. I was on their podcast, man, and so he asked me about being vegan or whatever, and he said he had went vegan because he had a heart attack. I didn't know that Linda
Lindell
White had
did?
a heart attack. Yeah, I didn't know that, man. It just goes to show you, man. You gotta take care of yourselves out there, man. Like some of our best and in shape athletes, they fall off, like as far as like health and diet is concerned, and it gets bad really fast. So like, take care of yourselves out there, man.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about what you said a while ago about how like once you're 40, the stuff that you do to your body actually matters long term. So I've resolved to get back in shape. I'm going to have a 6-pack by spring break this year. And I'm back on the Peloton. I'm working
Back
out.
on it. Let's go,
Back
baby.
on. As of yesterday, I'm back on it. I'm working out. I'm going to watch my diet a little bit. I'm going to get super healthy by the time I'm 40.
Love that.
I want to start my 40s in the best shape of my life.
I like that. New man in the 40s.
I got it. I feel like this is enough runway too. I have 13 months. 13 months to get into shape, and then the rest of my life will be easy after that. Then I just got to maintain.
Yeah, and it's just then you can chill on the weekends, and then you can get right back. You know what I'm saying? Then you can have a balanced life. You don't have to binge. Yeah.
Everything that happened before that doesn't count.
Mm-mm.
I do wonder sometimes how much impact like cigarettes that I smoked in my 20s and early 30s. I was never like a constant smoker. I would never just go out and casually smoke over the course of a day. But if I was having a couple drinks, I would smoke, basically all night long. How much does like intermittent cigarette smoking, how much does that affect the rest of your life? Because your lungs heal, right?
Yeah, my mom used to rip cigs like till she was 29, and she got her lungs checked out. She's like heavy rip cigs,
Yeah.
and now her lungs are good
Okay. All right.
apparently. And that's about
Is smoking is having any kind of lung recovery from smoking possible? Like, when you see the pictures of lungs from people that have smoked their entire lives, or whatever the case may be, they're black and they're like nasty as shit. Like, is that reversible?
That's what Billy's saying, I think. Yeah.
From what I've heard, the people who have those types of lungs are the ones who smoke till they die.
So the body regenerates
Yeah,
itself?
What about
I don't
vaping?
know about it.
we don't know.
Nobody's died yet with vaped lungs. A
Vape
lifetime of
lungs,
vaped
yeah.
lungs.
But like people's lungs have collapsed from vaping.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't think it's great.
I tried vaping. Like, I've done it a few times, but like, it stings my lungs in a way that tobacco hadn't. Weed definitely did it. That I just kind of stay away from it. It just stings it in a way that it kind of hurts, and so I never really got into it.
We're going to find out a lot in like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how Juul came out of nowhere to just literally re-addict everyone's tobacco, like the whole new generation.
Yeah, I think we have to wait to see what the long-term effects are. But at the very least, I'd say that vaping is not as unhealthy as smoking cigarettes all day.
Yeah, for sure. This is a spectrum.
Yep. All right.
My whole like philosophy on like health is just making sure you still have blood flow everywhere.
Blood is the key.
Yeah, just make sure you catch pumps. And if you have blood flow everywhere, good blood flow, you'll be fine.
Okay. What about the vampire facial stuff?
What do you mean?
Isn't that when they do like micro cuts on your face and they let like a little bit of your blood and plasma out onto your face and it regenerates your skin?
They basically take your blood out of you and then reinsert it back into you.
Like
Blood doping?
platelets?
Down.
Platelets.
Oh,
isn't
it's like that therapy where you just plasma
it?
injections
Yeah. I've done that plenty of times.
into your face.
Do you want to do voicemails?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Macrodosing, what's good? It's your girl, Miranda. You already know Madison, Wisconsin. All right. My question
guessed.
for the entire pod crew is this. What are you most excited for the new year that will either impact how the podcast will move forward, or is there a certain guest you're looking forward to? And what is it that you hope they'll bring to the podcast episode that gets views, you know, really sparks maybe even another viral sensation, you know, like Arian's NFL script back then. But yeah, just looking forward to hearing what you all have to say about what you're hoping the podcast will bring this year for you all. All right. Take it easy.
Could have never guessed you were from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Hey, Miranda from Madison. You didn't have to say you were from Madison, by the way.
I would have guessed Minnesota before Wisconsin. So
Yeah. But for things that we're excited about, I'm excited to do the science fair. I'm excited to have Arian and Billy visiting the studio, playing the Stop the Steal board game. I feel like that's gonna be big. I'm very excited to get these music streams going, where we write and record songs live on a stream with input from whoever happens to be in the room, and also just from the chat, just giving us ideas about what we're gonna do. Some pretty fucking ridiculous songs. I can already tell they're gonna be wild.
That's gonna be fun. I think I don't know, man. I think just the new studio, and I'm trying to get out there once a month this year, and so just having the vibes there. I think the vibe is a little bit. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think the vibe feels really good in Chicago, man. Nothing against New York, but we got our own studio. The brand is recognizing, you know, the growth of the pod, and I'm excited about it. You know what I like about this pod the most though? It's the slow cook. It's like it's building slowly and gradually rather than like a fast hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we have a very good fan base and you know, a very good substrate of fans that has a strong like liking to us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, vibes are definitely high here.
Yeah,
it's fun. Billy, what are you looking forward to?
There's so many, just like the greatest thing about this podcast is there's just like so much stuff we can talk about. And there's just so many things that I can't wait to discuss with you guys. Just topics, stuff that isn't floating around that I think we could have great episodes on. I know that sounds like really stupid, but like, I don't have any on the top of my head right now, but like, I've just been like, oh, I do actually like the DeLorean story about the guy who started the DeLorean car.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've just been like writing stuff down that like I can't wait to discuss with you guys because I know we'll have great discussions about it. The listeners will love it. Also, going to Chicago, getting some stuff going, and hopefully bring you guys a lot more video content in 2024.
And maybe Billy even fighting in Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was brought up in a meeting I was in the other day.
That's what I heard.
Who?
They're having meetings about you, Billy.
Yeah.
They're having meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thrown for a loop.
Billy's name is coming across a lot of people's desks.
That's never been.
Boardrooms all across America are talking about Philly football.
Yep.
Wait.
Y'all have missed the most obvious thing.
The election?
It's an election year, baby.
Yeah.
The content is going to be unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 10 months, 11, 10 of just nonstop, starting next week. It's going to be awesome.
You want to go to Iowa next week?
Can we go to a Trump rally?
I'm not opposed.
For educational?
I'm absolutely
purposes?
down to go to a Trump rally.
I want to go just because, like, the hype.
That's our New Year's resolution. We're going to one.
And I'll go to a Biden.
I'm gonna interview
ballad.
some Trump supporters. I want to interview some Trump supporters.
That would be sick if we like really got into the election.
Let's do it. Rock the vote.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite times have been covering elections. There's so much material to work with.
Where are the
board.
conventions this year?
One's in Chicago.
Shut
Which
up. Are
one?
you serious?
The bad one.
I think it's the Democrat. Yeah.
Would have to be.
Things did not go so well last time they had the Democratic convention in Chicago.
The DNC.
The
is
RNC's in
Chicago.
Milwaukee, though. That's not far.
Oh,
Right the
we
way.
should go to both.
Yeah.
When is it? Let's book this
July.
out.
Summer.
RNC is July 15th,
That's gonna be tough.
Oh, I will be. Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
DNC is.
They're usually like back-to-back weeks.
It doesn't have the dates.
I'll keep you posted because
August 19th through 22nd.
Oh, it's a month later.
I have an annual Disney World trip. I take my little ones too, so we'll see.
Okay. Is that July 15th?
No, I don't. I haven't set that because I have to go through all the scheduling and I have to plan it out. I'm responsible, but
Okay, we should do
both.
try to do both.
I
I'm
wonder
absolutely down
which
with that.
one was set first, and then the other one was like, well, guess what? We're going 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because Cleveland, I mean, PFT, you were there, but Cleveland had the 2016 one. I don't know how those cities get picked.
It's usually in,
Swing state.
yeah.
So like Republicans wanted Ohio because they wanted to win Ohio. They want Milwaukee because they want to win Wisconsin. I don't know why
Is
the
Illinois
Democrats.
a swing state?
No.
Oh, that's what's
No.
throwing me off.
Where was the DNC last
I'm
time?
trying to remember where it was in 2016 because I think I went to it. It might have been in Las Vegas.
DNC.
They had a lot of
No.
debates in Las Vegas last
DNC
time.
2016 was at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia.
I was in Phil. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I went to
Philly,
that.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I lost.
I went to that, and a bunch of Bernie supporters were so pissed off. They tried to storm the convention.
Oh,
They tried to like climb. I saw a lot of people just climbing over fences, getting arrested. It was wild.
Did they have RNCs and DNCs in 2020 because of COVID?
They might not have.
yeah, I don't remember one.
They probably didn't.
Yeah.
They probably because they probably canceled it in like March or April because it was over the summer. They're like, we have to shut it down. We
It was
can't
held
plan this.
virtually. It said, or wait, yeah. It says,
It's a damn shame what the DNC did to the Bernie Bros.
Agreed.
So it looks
Did 'em
like they
dirty.
did have
They
it
did
with
had
the delegates
something.
and stuff, but people couldn't go.
We have another voicemail.
we do. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, good call, Big T.
Yeah.
Ooh, what can we do? Some quick guests we want. Just
Gypsy.
Gypsy
Gypsy
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams
Oh,
for sure.
He's kind of blown his load, though.
I bet you he's got more load.
No, he's got.
That clip is not emptied yet.
True.
He could have gone on for 10 hours.
Think
I
about
would
how many
love-
questions that Shannon Sharp didn't like topics that he didn't ask questions about.
Yeah.
I would love to have Stone Cold in studio, like with everyone here. He was really
Mm.
good.
He was awesome.
And he wanted to talk about the moon landing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Him and he's the world's #1 Arian Foster fan.
Yeah.
he is.
Also true.
Brock
Okay.
Lesnar. That might just be me.
Who's Brock
What up,
Lesnar?
Macrodosing crew?
He's
It's your boy
pretty
Matt
cool
from
dude.
Chicago.
Okay.
It's my third attempt to call in at a voicemail. I
All right,
called
voicemail.
last year a couple times when I was going through some really heavy shit, and y'all helped me get through. So much appreciated and much love for getting me through that. Anyways, my question for you all is, if you could eliminate or create one thing in the world with the goal of bringing it closer to a utopia, what would it be? Anyways, would love y'all's perspective. Stay handsome, stay gorgeous, stay beautiful. Peace.
I
I've
didn't
already
hear
said
what
mine
you
on this episode.
What did you say?
Traffic.
What would you eliminate? What's one thing you would eliminate or create to make the world closer to a utopia?
Traffic. I'll get rid of traffic. If I could wave a magic wand, we don't have traffic. People don't get stuck.
Not murder, huh?
I mean, to
On
be
roads
real,
and
tribalism.
I think most murders take place because of pent up rage from traffic.
Mm-hmm.
No,
having
you,
to
that,
sit in a car.
that could be.
Traffic sucks. It is the worst. You got someplace to be, you can't get there. Everyone's
That-
stuck.
Gotta plan
Sucks.
ahead.
Tribalism's the real answer.
So sports fan.
Tribalism's cool sometimes.
Yeah, for sports and shit. I'm gonna go with poverty.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all,
good
y'all
answer.
I was gonna say I'd create the French fry warmer. That would keep fries completely fresh.
Yeah, I like Big T's actually. Big T's got the right
I mean,
answer.
if that does get us closer to a utopia.
We could do
Doesn't get us further away, that's for sure.
we could do superficial ones.
Superficial ones.
Like
Fucking-
not serious ones.
Fucking jetpacks, bro. Like carbon neutral jetpacks that everybody could just fly around and yield.
Yeah, Arian would get rid of stop signs.
No stop signs in the air.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. It's fire though. I seen this thing the other day where they had like a jetpack race on some track. Did y'all see that?
No.
They had like jetpacks and they had propulsions and they were going. That shit.
Remember when there was some dude flying around LA in a jetpack?
Yeah, yeah. He was like the Rocketeer.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know.
Was it Elon? Who?
Yeah, when we were growing up, people said you're gonna have jetpacks, you're gonna have moving sidewalks, you're gonna have flying cars, moving sidewalks.
No, that would be a nightmare. People just stand on them.
But you don't have to walk.
No, you're talking about like the things at the airport.
Yeah, you stand to the right.
Yeah, no. Well, that would take forever, and nobody walks on them.
People
You can only
walk on
take
those.
it one way.
They're
though.
not for standing. They're for assisting walking.
Yeah,
I always walk on
I think
them.
most people walk on.
Oh,
them.
I think most people stand there.
No, I think most people walk.
What percentage do you think? You think it's a majority of people stand?
I think 60% of people stand.
I don't. I think you got it flipped. I think it's 60-40 the other way.
Not every time I've been on one, it's some fuckers just standing there. And by the way, they're not wide enough for 2 lanes.
They're not. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
one
true.
person thing.
That's actually a great point, Big T. If you're gonna make a moving sidewalk, just
Widen it.
Make it 2 feet wider. 2 feet, and everyone's happy.
Because they take up 10% of the hallway that you're in.
Yep.
It's all this space and then this tiny 1-lane walkway.
Yeah, make it 2 feet wider, and then how about we put a yellow line down the middle of it, so people know.
Sure.
Like you're driving a car. I'm gonna stand. I'm in the slow lane right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you
I'm at-
standing on that shit?
Agreed.
It doesn't make any sense. Maybe they're having sex on it and they want to be careful, and so they're going slowly.
It's actually their best standing.
Yeah, I've never stood
Hey.
as safe as I've stood today.
That's what it is, man. People got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, make it legal to have sex in cars for safety
Wait,
of people.
that's illegal?
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
I'd imagine.
While driving.
Like
Yeah, it's
driving reckless.
that's
You'd
for sure
probably get a
illegal.
reckless driving.
Well, I mean,
You
in
would definitely get a
Texas-
reckless driving.
in Texas, okay, I understand while you drive it. Yeah, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
in Texas, you said sex in cars. So like in Texas, if let's say somebody breaking into my car and I got a gun on me and I catch him in the act and I shoot him, that is an extension of my private property in Texas.
Yes.
So is having sex on my private property illegal?
There's no criminal law that specifically states that it is per se illegal for people to have sex in a car. However, if 2 people are performing a sexual act or engaging in sexual conduct in a car that is in a public area and within public view, then they may be charged with a crime.
That's wild.
So
Most natural.
it's legal to have sex in your car if you have a reasonable expectation of privacy. So if it's parked on your property and it's away from the street and people shouldn't be able to necessarily see you if they just happen to be walking by on a sidewalk, then yes, you can.
So like dipped off behind it, you know what I mean? I feel like if people want to do that, get they cheating on, you know what I mean? I'm all for it, man. Free world.
Yeah. So if you're in a place where there's a reasonable belief that children may be present, you could be criminally charged under that statute.
Damn.
Yep. All right. Good answers. Mad Dog McKinsey, you guys have anything that you'd like to change?
Racism.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Knock it off. Bigotry.
Knock
Knock it off.
But like a fun one. A fun one, everyone has like a 6-pack. Like everyone's ripped.
Everyone's in great shape.
Yeah, like I don't
Like-
have to worry about working out or eating healthy. Like I can eat whatever I want and I'm like jacked. I don't
Follow
know.
my lead. It's a movement. Get on the Pelotons.
Yeah.
Buns
I'm
of
doing
Anarchy.
75 soft. I have my protein shake right here. I saw your tweet last night. I want to do Buns of Anarchy. I spin all the time, but I don't have a Peloton. I don't have money like that.
Do you have access to a Peloton at a gym? A lot of gyms
No.
have them.
No, my gym at my building has like the Nordic track ones.
Okay. You can also do like their guided runs and
Yeah.
stuff like that, they're pretty good too.
I want to be part of Buns of Anarchy. I just don't have the means.
All you have
for
to
it.
do is next time you're in a hotel that has a Peloton, sign in, do one ride, and then that's it. Then you're in.
Okay.
Very easy to join.
Mackenzie?
I don't know. I would have people walk faster.
Mm.
Big
People
T.
just walk too slow sometimes,
Big T nods.
Agreed.
and I don't like it.
That is one thing I don't
If
respect.
if I pass you, like, you should be disappointed in yourself because most people are taller than me,
Mm-hmm.
so they should be walking faster than me. And
The
I'm
thing
like,
about here is there's no foot traffic.
that's
No.
true.
Like anywhere ever, even when the weather was good.
Yeah, that is true.
Who was I talking about that with yesterday? Oh, like people at work. I'm like, that's the scariest part of Chicago. Is like, there's no one on the streets.
Yeah, it's eerie.
Yeah.
It's just so different from New York.
Yeah.
I would also bring back the Milk Crate Challenge. You remember that?
Oh my god, yeah.
Whatever happened to that? That was the
That was
wildest shit
wild.
ever.
That
Oh
was
shit,
wild.
I forgot about that.
Hey, you
Milk
remember
crates-
planking?
Yeah.
Planking was like, I think
crazy.
planking might have been the first one.
What about
What's-
like the Harlem Shake?
Oh yeah.
That was
That was like
after
2012.
planking and-
Planking was like 2009,
Parkour.
10-ish.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Was planking the first like viral sensation that everybody was like the challenge or whatever?
Yeah.
Planking and parkour, I remember, were about the same time.
Let's bring back planking. I like that.
Planking was cool. I
I'm in.
planked.
What's the
I
craziest place you've ever planked?
I planked. I think I planked on a fridge. Yeah,
Billy definitely planked at one point.
easily.
I planked. I
What was the
planked.
craziest place you've ever planked, Billy?
I planked on top of lockers. I'm trying to think if I did anything weirder. I think I planked on top of the Balto statue in Central Park. Yeah,
That must have been epic.
it was. It was middle school, dude. It was lit. Doing like the Harlem Shake,
Yeah.
the mannequin challenge.
Oh yeah, mannequin
Oh, the
challenge.
Mannequin
Mannequin
challenge. I never did a
challenge.
mannequin
It's
challenge.
Black Beatles.
Hey, when I
Yeah.
come, we got to do a mannequin challenge.
Okay.
And the Harlem Shake.
Just bring it back one time. We'll mix a mannequin challenge with a Harlem Shake. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of Macrodosing.
Quick announcement.
Okay, make it quick. I got to get run, Billy.
I just I found the wallet on the street and located the person who it was and gave it back to them. It happened to me once. Someone like found my wallet and made sure it got back to me. So just like do some nice stuff and pay it forward. It's really rewarding.
I like that.
Nice.
That's a good mess. MLK would approve. Love you guys.